Terry.
Nope, I'm on the top where the gym is. You walk up that little, it's just a tiny little tap hill along the asphalt. Okay. Dan's coming over right now.
Henry Allen in the gun. Two receivers split out to his left.
Ooh, flag on the play.
It's a fake, and he throws it out to Callie.
Oh, dude, I can't make out a number. Yeah, after the big after the logos, yeah.
Okay. So we are live.
You need a daughter. I need a daughter? Yeah. I hate two stepmoms. No, I don't even know what we're They drove me into the crazy.
Pass.
So it's now Bill and I. The fellas are in the bed sheets.
Mommy.
They're all gone. They're all gone.
He won't let me get them.
Okay.
Everybody survive.
No. You know, I close it. Can you check it and do it?
Very kind.
Yeah, can you go and do it? Can you see the video?
Yeah, and I'm glad it wasn't just us.
Okay.
Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I am. Let me get it. See, this is my wife, Susan. He went to the Virginia Tech and played. He graduated 92. Yeah. Or 93. Played the same position. Oh, no, you're in. I'm sorry. Right? You're doing. Oh, you're Tech. Yes, sir. You and Nate played the same position.
Did you ever meet me?
All right, no, we're not going to be able to get to a lot of the stuff, so we're just going to run billboards and not videos during the pregame show because we only have 5 minutes. Yeah. All right, let's go right now. Yeah. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2013 National Team Development Games presented by Shock Doctor. Alongside Derek Raymond, I'm Tom Monfoletta. We'll be bringing you the coverage of both games today. The first game will be between Team Red and Team Silver, and then at 11 o'clock, it'll be the blue team versus the white team. Portions of today's game brought to you by Shock Doctor, Cutters, Rydell, and Marriott. Some of the best young players across the country have assembled here at Cressy Field on the campus of UMass-Dartmouth. They've been through a week of some excellent training under some of the greatest coaches from across the country. We have over 50 college and high school coaches working with these players throughout the week. Some of the colleges represented by some of the coaches include Duke University, Harvard University, MIT, Bowdoin, Kutztown University, UMass-Dartmouth, Anna Maria College, Wagner, and Pace University. So the kids have been competing all week in competitions, 7-on-7s, what they call a jamboree, which is sort of like a full pad goal line scrimmage. All kinds of individual drills and team drills, and they've been getting better each and every day, and it's all led up to today. So the red team will take on the silver team in the first matchup today. The captains for the red team: DeAndre Wallace, Derek Dressler, Michael Kay, and Dwayne Haskins Jr. The captains for the silver team are Josh Johnson, Jordan Edwards, Kayrie Callie, and Reese Forrest. The flag bearer for the red team as they come out and take the field here is George Brooks. And the silver team waits to come out onto the field. Jordan Jefferson will be the flag bearer for the silver team. Some notable alumni have come through here, the USA football program. Most notably, David Wilson, now a part of the New York Giants. He went to Virginia Tech. Aaron Dobson went on to play at Marshall, and then for the New England Patriots. Ode Abushi for the New York Jets, attended the University of Virginia. Jordan Poyer for the Philadelphia Eagles, went to Oregon State. And Shamarko Thomas went to Syracuse and then on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Some of the college players that have been part of the USA football development games: Todd Gurley, standout running back for Georgia, starting quarterback for the Stanford Cardinal, Kevin Hogan, Jordan Lynch for Northern Illinois, Stephon Tuitt of Notre Dame, George Atkinson of Notre Dame, Jackson Shipley of Texas, Joe Bergeron of Texas, Ty Montgomery of Stanford, Wayne Lyons of Stanford, Alex Carter of Stanford, Keel Frazier, the quarterback at Auburn, and Devin Funchess, the tight end at Michigan. So some outstanding players here represented here at USA Football, and we're looking at some of the future stars of this great sport. And as we take a step aside for the national anthem, we'll show you a video on the new initiative that USA Football is taking called Heads Up Football.
And representing Team USA Silver, Jordan Jefferson. Today's national anthem will be sung by USA Football's own Anna Foster and Ashley Anderson.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through
after this.
Direct your attention to midfield for today's coin toss. USA Red Team captains are DeAndre Wallace, Derek Dressler, Michael Kay, and Dwayne Haskins. USA Silver Team captains are Josh Johnson, Jordan Edwards, Tyree Kelly, and Reese Forrest. These two teams epitomize the core values inherent to this great sport: dedication, teamwork, discipline, and
welcome back to the 2013 National Development Games presented by Shock Doctor. You're watching it here on Strive alongside Derek Raymond. I'm Tom Monfiletto, and just want to go over some of the rules here before we talk a little bit more about the USA Football Heads Up Initiative. They are official NFHS rules. There'll be no special teams. The teams will start with the football on their 35-yard line at the beginning of the game, halftime, and following a touchdown. On fourth down, if a team elects to punt, the ball will be moved down the field 30 yards. Extra points. Team can go for 1 from 5 yards out or 2 from 10 yards out. Extra points are live if the defense intercepts or recovers a fumble. They can return the ball for 2 points on the other end. Overtime rule. Should a game go to overtime, each team will have a possession to attempt to score from the 10-yard line. So USA Football's Heads Up Initiative is something that they're really excited about. In this football season, USA Football is launching its Heads Up Initiative. The program will feature more than 2,700 youth football organizations, encompassing more than 575,000 youth players and 80,000 coaches. This season, USA Football is piloting Heads Up Football for the high school level, and they will have 50 high schools pilot Heads Up Football this year. They go in, they have a strict training program and a specific curriculum, and they go in and they teach youth coaches, they go in and they teach high school coaches how to teach safe football, keeping your head up. They teach them how to tackle the proper way, how to take a hit the proper way, and they're making a concerted effort to really make this game safer, because it's not going anywhere, so they have to just make it safer, and they've done a great job with that throughout the years, and they keep doing a fantastic job. To give you a little bit of insight on how these teams came to be, there are regional camps throughout the country where there are 2-day camps, and they have over 2,000 players attend these camps, which means they have over 2,000 evaluations from NCAA coaches, NFL coaches, NFL scouts. They then invite 150 kids for 2 age groups at a time to come to the National Development Camp, and then they play in the National Development Games here on Friday. From these games, they will pick the national team for the respective age group. So these games are very important because it's a culmination of a hard week of work, and it's an opportunity to be able to represent this nation at one of the nation's most popular sport. So the teams have been competing all week against one another. Some rivalries have built, some rivalries within the coaches have built, and it's just been a great week, and they get rewarded by being able to play these games here in full pads, full go. It'll be an exciting game to watch. And with that, I will welcome in our color commentator, Derek Raymond, who I'm sure is excited for this contest as well.
Good morning. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hot one today. It's only going to get hotter, probably around 95 degrees. Probably going to be closer to 100 out on the turf field. But
yeah, we play football in July, though. This is what America does.
It certainly is.
So it's going to be an exciting game. We're going to see some bright young talent. One of them, we just showed a spotlight earlier in the game on Dwayne Haskins Jr., who is a USA Football veteran. He's been to a couple of camps, a couple of the development processes, and he's an excellent quarterback, a great prospect, can run, can throw, excellent footwork, and is a tremendous leader as well. So the Silver team will start with the ball on offense. I'll start off in a trips formation to the right. Starting at quarterback is Donovan Williams, another excellent prospect for the Silver team. At running back is Sharif Everett, as Williams keeps it along the right side, and he's brought down there by the linebacker number 20.
Excellent coverage right there. No one, I mean, they showed one thing, one another, and they were able to. What was that again? Nothing on that?
It's Jamarian Casson on the play. Linebacker out of South San Francisco, California, goes to Archbishop Riordan High School, and Jamarian is one of those kids who stands out as soon as you come to the field. He's physically imposing. He's got a great football body. You see he's got great football instincts, making an excellent play on that play. In the gun, is Williams. Everett to his right, back to pass, and Kyrie Callie can't bring that in. Kyrie Callie, one of the featured players on Team USA Silver. He has tremendous great speed. Really stood out this week throughout the entire week. Made unbelievable plays all week. Can position his body with the best of them and really create space for his huge hands to be able to get his hands on the ball and make some great plays up and down the field.
He's just got to watch it into his hands first.
Yeah, and maybe some little jitters, early game jitters, as it's 3rd and 10 on the 35-yard line for Team Silver. Williams will go under center now. He's got 3 receivers to his left. Sharif Everett behind him. Williams rolls to his left, and he is taken down. That's number 96 on the sack, Derek Dressler. Unbelievable play.
Excellent pressure on 3rd down.
Helped out on the play by DeAndre Wallace coming up and making a stick as well. So it'll be 4th and long, and Silver will elect to punt. That's a great first series by Team USA Red. Great pressure on the quarterback. That was an excellent job there by Michael Nobile out of Brick, New Jersey, forcing Williams to cut it inside, and Derek Dressler was there waiting for him.
The red team has elected to punt. There will be no live punts. The ball will be placed 30 yards downfield, 1st and 10.
So as per the rules today, no punting. Ball will be moved down 30 yards, and Red offense starts with excellent field position.
And Dwayne Haskins Jr., the subject of our Strive Spotlight earlier in this presentation, will take the field for Team Red as their quarterback. Dwayne Haskins has been a part of the USA football program for many years now. An outstanding prospect. Throws the ball with great touch, very catchable ball, and also a tremendous leader as well. So Team USA Red comes out in the pistol formation.
He's very quick, too. Be careful. Watch him on his feet.
Haskins back to pass, and he's going deep. That's Chase Branson, the intended receiver on that play. And I love Team Red going for it there. Nazir Hobson on the coverage. So the red team going for it all there. First play, trying to make a statement early. Aggressive play calling. Head coach Bryson Spinner going for it all there from Wooten High School in Rockville, Maryland.
And that's a good time to go for it. I mean, you're on 1st down, excellent field position. It looks like the Silver team came off a little on their back heels on offense. Take a shot at him.
Haskins in the pistol again. 2 receivers to his left. And the give is to Tyler Sims, who will get about 4 yards on the play before being brought down by a host of Silver tacklers, one of them being Joshua Johnson.
3rd down.
Jordan Edwards helping out on the tackle as well. So it'll be 3rd and 6, 3rd manageable, as Dwayne Haskins comes out in the gun. All teams playing a base 4-3 defense. Looks like a cover 2 shell here. Haskins rolls to his left, looks for his receiver. And there he has him, to John Rogers for a 1st down. They're going to move the chains here early. Great play by Dwayne Haskins.
Excellent ball. Rolled out, threw across his body, stayed composed. Great ball.
To John Rogers, an excellent route runner as well, and you saw it there. Also creating position for himself to be able to reel that in. That's a huge play to extend this drive here for the red team. Just under 9 minutes to go in the first quarter here. 2 receivers to either side for Haskins. Tyler Sims in the backfield. Haskins back to pass again. And the pass intended for Shaheen Payne leads him a little bit too much there, and Payne unable to reel it in, but he had some open running room ahead of him if he was able to get that. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here, ball on the 41-yard line. Tyler Sims, a running back from Duluth, Georgia, attends Westminster High School. So Haskins now has a fullback to his right. Sims in the backfield. Haskins back to pass, and it's a screen pass. Great move there by Mark Birmingham. Makes another move, and he's down at the 20-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Mark Birmingham in the fullback slot right there. Usually a tight end, has excellent hands. He's one of the top tight end prospects at this camp. Really imposing figure. It looks like this one will come back. It'll be holding on red, so that first down will be negated, and they will be back to, looks like the 41-yard line, or it'll be probably the 46 with the 10 yards tacked on. 47, we'll call it. So the red team finds himself in a bit of trouble here, as that excellent play call there. Love that. A little tight end screen. They kind of hid him behind the line of scrimmage, even though Birmingham's a little bit tough to hide. He's one of the biggest kids on the field. But you saw some serious agility there, able to break some tackles and bring it all the way down to the 20. It was a great play. So 3 receivers now to the right of Haskins as the referee, or the line judge, is going to fix the chains a little bit. As we said, we have coaches from all over the country, high schools, colleges.
And this is actually the first year that USA football has been allowed to have NCAA coaches on here.
Yep.
Really brings a different element, a lot of experience.
Haskins in the gun again. This time it's out to John Rogers. Rogers has it. He makes a move, cuts to the outside, and this will be a decent gain here for Team Red. Down to about the 37-yard line. Haskins has done a great job of just stepping back, the little hitch step, and hitting his receivers out there.
Excellent yards after the catch here. Kept his eyes up.
Tackle is made by Terrell Vaughn, linebacker out of Ridgeway, South Carolina, Blythewood High School. I don't know, Derek. Seems like all the LBs are making all the tackles. Guess that's what they should be doing, right?
That's right.
I'm going to spread them out a little bit here on 3rd and 4 in need of a first down. Bergeron split back, comes across the formation, and the give is to Sims. Sims hit initially on the play, and he's brought down before the first down. Tackle made by Joshua Johnson out of Pasadena, California. So it'll be 4th and short, and it looks like the red team is going for it.
I like it. And I mean, they're in a good spot. Yeah,
Terrell Vaughn helping out on the tackle.
32-yard line, so they don't really give up much if they don't make it.
That's my fault there. Terrell Vaughn all over the field. So it'll be 4th and 1. You're going to use Birmingham as a wingback again, and the give is to Sims. Sims up the middle. He is met by a host of silver tacklers. It doesn't look like he has it, but I shouldn't be that presumptuous because the red team is saying that they do have it. They're pretty convinced of it, actually. Good second effort there by Sims. Big, strong back, and that extra lean forward at the end could have meant the difference between a first down and a turnover. They're going to bring the sticks out here to measure.
That's close.
So talk a little bit more about Mark Birmingham. He's from Ashburn, Virginia. He's a rising sophomore, which is difficult to believe because he's a massive human being. Obviously physically imposing. He's a 1A high major type of recruit. He works out in the offseason with NFL All-Pro Sean Springs of the Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots, Washington Redskins as well. Really athletic, as we saw there. He made a great move, and it looks like it's first down for USA Red. And it looks like they're using Birmingham a lot as that wingback who comes across the formation. He'll block that end as Haskins is giving the ball to Sims across his body, and they'll use Birmingham to get the guy that'll chase from behind. So Birmingham doing a great job as a blocker and as a receiver as well. 2 split to either side. Haskins in the gun. Pistol formation, 1st and 10 from the 31. Haskins back to pass. He's looking across the middle. Now he's going deep to Rogers, and Rogers has it. Touchdown, Red.
Touchdown, USA Red.
to John Rogers. And there's a flag on the play back at the 35-yard line. Could be another holding, and it is another holding penalty. So this will come back. That'll take away an excellent catch and throw. Corner bit on the crossing route there. And we had the John Rogers all alone in the end zone, and then just a perfect ball by Dwayne Haskins Jr. But unfortunately, it's coming back. So it'll be 1st and 20 back at the 41-yard line. I feel like they've been on the 41-yard line.
They've been there all day so far.
All drive. 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We'll see if they go deep again. Love it.
Crowd getting into it early.
Decent crowd here at Cressy Field. Braving the heat. Encouraging their children here. Want to welcome in all families watching over the internet. Glad to be able to bring this live to you from UMass-Dartmouth. And there's a fake throw and a give to Sims up the middle. He'll get about 4 before being brought down. I think that's number 33, Terrell Vaughn, once again. Terrell Vaughn meeting him almost at the line of scrimmage. You see some great footwork out of him. And I'm talking about heads-up football. He's put on a tackling clinic so far today.
Really filling up the gaps very nicely.
2nd down and 18 to go. Just over 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. I think that's his 3rd tackle already. Not even halfway through the first quarter. Might finish with 40 by the end of the day.
Be an unbelievable stat.
2 receivers either side. Let's see if they go with the bubble screen again here. Dwayne Haskins Jr. in the gun.
Branson down on the near side. A tall, imposing figure.
Yeah. Watch out for this one. And wide open is Birmingham, but overthrown just a tad.
Incomplete pass intended for number 21, Mark Birmingham.
So a little overzealous there. Kind of got wide eyes as Birmingham was wide open up the seam. So the red team finding a little bit of success here as they're spreading out their receivers and really going after the hashes. You talked about Chase Branson. He's out of Glendale, Maryland, Annapolis area Christian school.
Lines up again near side. They've got to make up big chunk of yardage.
Got great hands, great route runner as well. Haskins back to pass again. Steps up in the pocket.
Open
Still
space.
looking downfield. And there is Branson, and Branson can't haul it in. Being defended on the play by Terrell Vaughn, and also looks like Nazir Hobson. Nazir Hobson out of Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Goes to Mount St. Michael Academy. A couple Jersey boys in this game today.
4th and long. It looks like the offense is staying out there.
Yeah, they're going to like to go for it here. Absolutely. So watch Haskins to go deep here. Also, this is a situation where a screen might be of interest after all the success that they had on the first one.
Defense is spread out right now.
They got all the linebackers spread out on the receivers. 2 high safeties as the D-backs back off a little bit here. Haskins looking downfield, steps up in the pocket, and he's hit as he throws, and this will fall incomplete, so a turnover on downs. As Derek, that's not him, that's Ryan Casey. Ryan Casey providing the pressure for Team Silver. Ryan Casey competed in the USA versus Canada game earlier this year.
Defense kept their composure there. I mean, Rogers' intended receiver wasn't really open. Very, very small gap.
So now Donovan Williams will come out for Team Silver. He's got 4 receivers to work with here. And it fumbles the snap, and falling on it, that's Michael St. Louis, running back for Team Silver.
Nice heads-up play by him to fall on that ball.
St. Louis out of Brentwood, New York, goes to Brentwood High School.
Fumble recovered by number 20, Michael St. Louis. 2nd down.
So it looked like they were going for a run on that play, either a run or a fake there. But it'll be 2nd and long now from the 38-yard line. Anthony Brown is that quarterback. I'm sorry, that's not Donovan Williams. So Anthony Brown in the gun. High snap again. Brown rolls to his right. He's got a receiver. That's number 3, Brandon Morrissey, all the way down to the 15-yard line. Taken down by Quadir Brown on the coverage for Team Red. Great catch and throw there by the red team, getting a good chunk of yardage. Now they're inside the red zone, threatening to score the first points of this morning's game.
They really needed that after the past 2 series on offense.
So Anthony Brown, great throw there. He's got Michael St. Louis to his left, 2 receivers either side. Looks like there's going to be a timeout by Team Silver. And we'll take a step aside here. 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. There's no score. You're watching the National Development Games here on Strive.
When I do a time tag, is that going to go across all cameras or just the view that I'm in?
Can you pull up the regional games one? The one that's it's a picture, it's a billboard. The regional games. Oh, never mind. We'll come back to the game. Just come back to the game. Back here at UMass-Dartmouth campus, 1st and 10 for Team Silver after a 50-yard pass from. That's incomplete there. Pass intended for Charles Tomic Frederick. The pass was from Anthony Brown to Brandon Morrissey to get them down to the 14-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Second down.
Let's go, Randy!
First time the ball has been inside the red zone for either team, as penalties haunted the first drive for Team Red. That's Clayton Oliver warming up on the sideline. Looks like he's going to go in for quarterback for Team Red. So Brown will keep it himself. He's got the ball hanging out there pretty loosely. He's able to cover it up. He's taken down on the play. Looks like that's Javon Brown, big number 97 there.
He's got to be careful of that ball. That thing was out there ready to be snatched.
And he was just swallowed up there by Brown out of Norwich, Connecticut. Goes to Norwich Free Academy. Excellent size. And these kids, believe it or not, they're only rising sophomores and juniors. Some rising freshmen.
Unbelievable.
None of them look like that.
Unbelievable.
Brown in the gun. 2 receivers split to either side. Be 3rd and 12 here. Brown back to pass, surveys the field. Throws into the end zone. Out of the reach of Charles Tomic Frederick IV. He's out of Somerville, South Carolina. Goes to Pinewood Prep. Targeted twice on this drive, so it'll be 4th and 12. There are no special teams. And it doesn't look like Team Silver is going to punt, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and 12. Looking to go for the end zone here, it looks like. Yeah. See what kind of magic Anthony Brown can come up with here in this situation. So it's 4th and 12. The ball's on the 16-yard line.
They got to get to the 4 to at least have a first.
Brown back to pass. Rolls to his right. Steps up in the pocket. And Brandon Morrissey can't come up with it in the back of the end zone. Tips it up in the air just out of his reach. So it'll be another turnover on downs. And the red team will take over with 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Silver team has not had a lot of success with short yardage gains. I mean, their only big chunk of yardage has been that long 50-yard pass.
Let's take a look at some of the locations for the different regional camps here for USA football. These are tryouts for Team USA, and like we said earlier, they feature NCAA coaches, NFL scouts. They had 2,000 players at these scouts, from Austin, Texas, to San Diego, California, to Chicago, Indianapolis, Denver, Colorado. You can find all these locations if you go to usafootball.com/Team USA. So like we said, those are 2-day camps where the players get evaluated from different age groups. From those camps, they come to the development games here all over the country. There's Canton, Ohio, UMass-Dartmouth. There's also one in Austin, Texas, as looks like a timeout is either taken by red or by the referee.
Might have had too many men on the field here.
Could have been too many men. Could have been an equipment issue.
Yeah, they're pushing them back.
Speaking of equipment, all of the uniforms and helmets today provided by Rydell, looking absolutely sharp. That great tight jersey look that's in now. You need that. Jerseys look phenomenal. Everybody looks very, very sharp. Have 4 different sets of jerseys: blue, silver, red, and white. So Haskins is in the game at quarterback again for the red squad. Back to pass. Here's another little bubble screen. This is out of the reach of DeJohn Rogers.
Neither team has had success on these short little screens here.
No, but they've been trying, and you know what? They're there.
They are. There's plenty of space out there. It's, quarterback's got to put it on him, receiver's got to look it into his hands.
Yeah, I would put these more on the receivers in the first go around, but hey, it's the first game. It's early in the morning.
I'm not out there.
You know? We'll get the hold of it soon. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. The red team, coached by Bryson Spinner, Tyree Spinner, Charles Woolridge, Phil Doman, Edwin Edwards, Ryan Struthers, and Stephen Siaki. Siaki, nice Italian gentleman from Wagner University. Haskins in the gun again. He'll roll to the side of his 3 receivers, and he's going deep to Jared Maiden, and it is broken up on the play. That's Jordan Jefferson on the coverage, shaken up a bit, also helped out by Nazir Hobson. Jordan Jefferson, standout defensive back from Burlington, New Jersey. He goes to Camden Catholic High School. Some great football down in South Jersey.
I think he was upset he didn't come down with that. He was there. He had the position on him.
It was a great play. It was a good throw by Haskins. A little bit underthrown. Looks like there's a flag on the play. They're going to move up.
Good route, Jerry. Good route, baby.
Penalty for holding.
So they're going to call it defensive holding there on Silver. So we were talking about how great the coverage was. Looks like they had a little
got away with one. Well, they didn't, but
a little added advantage there. So Haskins will go in the gun. It'll be 1st and 10 now from about the 23-yard line. Haskins fumbles the snap and will be down by contact there. So it'll be a loss of about 3. It'll be 2nd and long for Team Red. Like Team Red will call a timeout here.
Timeout on the field called by
Throughout the week, teams competed in a 7-on-7 tournament. The red team won that tournament, and also a jamboree competition. They spent Monday through Thursday working sun up to sundown, working on their game, different positional drills, individual coaching. Like we said, the colleges represented here by the coaches include Duke University, Harvard University, Pace University, MIT, Kutztown, Wagner, UMass-Dartmouth, who's hosting this this week, Bowdoin College, Anna Maria College, and I think I said them all. But that says a lot there. You have experienced coaches giving great tutelage to these players all week. So if nothing else, they've gotten some great coaching, they've gotten some great experience, coaches at a high level to be able to teach them some of the drills that they've been working on with their teams throughout the year.
Again, this is the first time that this program has been able to use NCAA coaches, and it seems like they've really taken advantage of on every team.
Last night, Team USA was able to experience a dinner at the Hall of Patriots inside Gillette Stadium. The guest speakers included 2 former Patriots, Pat Pass and Dr. Jason Carthen.
Pat Pass,
great name.
I wish I could have been there.
So a great player, too. So it'll be 2nd and long here for Team Red as Haskins comes out in the gun. Another little bubble screen to Rogers. Rogers cuts it upfield, and he can't get away from Hobson, who makes the tackle. Hobson all over the field today. You've heard his name on coverages. You've heard his name coming in on tackles as well. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Nice discipline by the backs to stay home there.
USA football celebrating its 10th year. It's its 10-year anniversary this year. It's the official development partner of the NFL, the NFLPA, and all 32 NFL teams. Should be noted that Bryson Spinner, coach for Team Red, head coach, went to UVA, also the University of Richmond, played quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we have NFL coaches on staff as well. All right. Former NFL players as coaches. Haskins, 3 receivers spread to the right. He's back to pass. He's looking for him. Stepping up in the pocket. Great footwork there. Underthrows his receiver on that one. The receivers are running open, though. I mean, there are available options there. Intended receiver was Shaheen Payne on the play, unable to come up with it. So it looks like the red team is going to punt it away. The ball will go 30 yards downfield, and Team Silver will come back on the field to take another crack at the end zone.
There will be no live punt. The ball is moved 30 yards downfield. First and 10, USA Silver.
You know, it's amazing, Derek, looking at some of the, we talked about some of the alumni that played in the NFL from USA football, but the current college players, Todd Gurley, I mean, you talk about this SEC championship game last year, basically almost took that game over. Georgia was 5 yards from winning an SEC championship, possibly a national championship. You had Todd Gurley, Kevin Hogan. You have almost the entire Stanford starting lineup. It was a part of USA football as well, so some great experience there.
It's unbelievable the talent that's coming through here. Unbelievable.
So Henry Allen in the game at quarterback for Silver out of Dallas, Texas. Sharif Everett back in the game at running back, and the give is to Everett, who cuts it back upfield. Great vision there. He'll make another cut and brought down on the play. Great scraping there by DeAndre Wallace, one of the captains for Team Red.
That's a nice short gain. Well, and that's a nice gain. Silver's really been struggling at getting these, 3-4 yardage plays, and if they could just take little chunks.
Tell you what, Wallace lowered the boom on that. Now, he's the heart and soul of this defense, leader on and off the field. And some of the scouting report says that he can run sideline to sideline. That showed it better than any scouting report could say. In the game at quarterback, looks like that's Williams again. Keeps it down the right sideline. Great gain here. Knocked out of bounds by Quadir Brown. But that'll be a first down for Team Silver. So Donovan Williams doing a great job keeping the ball for himself and making a huge play.
Yeah, it's a nice run. They needed that. Starting to get nice and synced up on offense here for Silver.
So Williams will stay in the game at quarterback. Sharif Everett in at running back. Everett from Carlsbad, California. It's the end of the first quarter here.
There you go.
So as we enter the second quarter, there is no score. Silver on the ball and is driving. And as we take a step aside, we'll show you a video from one of our sponsors presenting this game, Shock Doctor. All right, can we play a different video next? Oh, no, this is good. This is good. This is great. Perfect.
I've got the long pass queued up from Silver. Pretty much the only highlight of the first quarter.
Yeah, sure, great.
So if you want to play that when we come back.
And that was Anthony Brown to Brandon Morris.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. All right, Manoj, let's go. Yeah, let's just come back to live.
Okay.
After this. No. Okay. Yeah, 2 minutes is a long time. Welcome back to Cressy Field here at UMass-Dartmouth. You're watching Strive's coverage of the U.S. National Development Games alongside Derek Raymond. I'm Tom Monfiletto. Red and silver team back and forth. No score here yet, but silver is driving after a nice run by Donovan Williams. Back in at quarterback is Henry Allen for the silver team. Allen back to pass, and he finds number 12, Charles Thomas Frederick IV, who was targeted a couple times on the last drive. Brought down on the play by Alec Stevenson, linebacker out of Malibu, California.
Tackled by number 42, Alex Stevenson.
Long way from home.
Matt Ferrara helping us out here as our spotter in the booth, doing a fantastic job. I want to thank Danny Larson, who helped us set up here yesterday. Braved the heat till the wee hours of the morning. So it'll be 2nd and 6 here for the silver team. Allen in the gun. He's back to pass again. Well, good drop step, and he finds Frederick IV again down the sideline, brought down by number 8, Michael Kay from Evans, Georgia on Team Red. Nice little hit on the sideline, but a great run there by Frederick IV, and a great pass there by Henry Allen. He has shown some great touch, some great footwork. Allen out of Highland Park High School.
Receiver had an excellent block to pave the way and get a nice chunky yardage again.
Allen in the gun again. Silver building off some of this momentum here. 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Little press coverage here on Morrissey, the bottom of the numbers. And the give is to Everett. And Everett cuts up the middle. They'll gain about 2, it looks like, on the play.
Ball carried by number 23, Wesley Richmond. Correction, number 22, Sharif Everett. Tackled by number 95, Michael Nobile.
Michael Nobile, the tackle on the play. Nobile, one of 2 twins competing this week from Brick, New Jersey. Both go to Brick Memorial. Michael Nobile is a big defensive lineman with great hands, great footwork. Very quick for as big as he is, and obviously pretty strong too. So Allen back to Pat. No, he's going to run with it. Design draw play, brought down on the play by Michael Nobile again. That's a great play. Good job being aware. Helped out on the play by Ezra Rice, number 92, from Patterson, New Jersey. So the 2 Jersey boys on the play. From DePaul Catholic High School is Rice. So some outstanding line play from the guys from Jersey. There's a timeout on the field. It's like Team Red called it. So 9 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the second quarter. And let's take a look back at that play that we saw in the first quarter. In the first quarter, probably the standout play of the quarter was that long pass from Anthony Brown to Brandon Morrissey, and it rolled to his right. Found Morrissey down the sideline. It was a great catch by Morrissey, great concentration. He was all alone, and he was taken down at like the 14-yard line. Just an excellent play. All right, and here's Brown rolling to his right, and he's going to find Morrissey down the field. It's an excellent catch. And that was probably the highlight of the first quarter, as Team Silver is driving now. 3rd and 6. Ball's on the 7-yard line. It's their second trip inside the red zone. See if the red team can stifle them again. Henry Allen to the back of the end zone. That's Callie, and there it is. Touchdown. Oh, it looks like he's out of bounds. What a catch by Callie, though, in the corner of the end zone. It's a good throw by Henry Allen, just out of the reach, though. Unable to keep it in bounds, as it'll be 4th down now from the 7-yard line. And that's the kind of weapon that Callie can be, because he's so big, he's so athletic, he can jump out of the gym, if we were in a gym. He's got great hands, too. So look for them to do this again one more time to the big receiver. Callie out of Catonsville, Maryland, was a Mount St. Joseph High School. And they're going to do it again. This time back shoulder pass, and there's a little confusion on the play as to whether it was intended for Morrissey or Callie. So the red team holds strong, and they'll take over on downs. That's the second red zone stop for the red team as they look to build something here on offense. Following this game will be the blue team versus the white team. Built a decent little rivalry over the week, so it should be fun. It's going to start immediately after this game. So 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first half.
And Tom, you know, we could take a look at this out of bounds pass reel here real quick.
Here's our end zone view to up to Callie. You can see that he was, I don't know, he was either out of bounds on the sideline because it looked like he was in before the pylon. It's a great play that knocked him out of bounds there by the defender. So Clayton Oliver is in the game at quarterback for the red team. Tyler Sims in at running back. Clayton Oliver just sounds like the name of a quarterback, and Oliver's going to keep it around the corner. Good block by Sims, trying to get outside, but he is brought down by 3 Silver defenders, mainly number 66, Corey Giordano out of Rye, New York, goes to Fordham Prep.
Ball carried by number 18, Clayton Oliver.
So Clayton Oliver keeps it for about 2 yards. So far the defense has been the story here for both the red and silver teams. Defenses have to come out in a 4-3, but they've been flying all over the place. Great line play so far out of the defense.
Excellent discipline.
And knock on wood, not too many penalties so far. Oliver in the gun again. He's going to keep it one more time, this time up the middle, and he is hit immediately by the defensive end. That's number 94, Brandon Reese out of El Dorado, California, Ponderosa High School. Great play there. Getting off the block. Being able to stop Oliver for a 1-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and long now. His ball's on the 10-yard line, on their own 10-yard line. Let's see what they decide to do here. So we got 2 receivers split out to each side. 2 high safeties for Team Silver. Oliver, a bubble screen. That's Birmingham. Birmingham cuts it up the field, breaks 1 tackle, and he is blasted. That's number 66, Giordano on the tackle. Lowering the boom. My goodness.
Wishful thinking for that one to go for a first down here. You had no receivers upfield to block.
Seen some unbelievable hits here so far. DeAndre Wallace from the red squad, Corey Giordano on the silver squad. So it'll be 4th and long, and the red team's going to punt, so they're going to move this back 30 yards.
Again, no live punting here. They just move them back 30 yards if they elect.
Yep. A little more juice in this stadium. People are starting to wake up a little bit as the clock strikes 9:45.
Awfully hot for 9:45.
Looks like Marco Campos out of Grand Prairie, Texas, from Fellowship Academy, is in at quarterback for Team Silver. He'll be in the gun as well. Both teams electing to go with the shotgun, becoming more and more prevalent throughout the country. Trips to his left.
Low snap.
Low snap there, and the give is to, looks like Michael St. Louis in the backfield. Brought down almost immediately. In on the tackle is number 94, Dylan Daniels, in at defensive tackle for the red team out of Crowley, Texas, Crowley High School.
He got stood up awfully early, but he kept his feet moving and was able to get 3.
Yeah, it was a decent chunk of yardage here, and it seems like Silver's always on their side, the right side of the 50, and the opposite, quite the opposite for the red team. And the red team has sort of a bend but don't break approach here, it seems, in the first half.
Yeah, after a slow start for Silver, they've really been able to start putting it together. Trips again on the left side.
Campos, bubble screen. Looks like that's Callie, and that's a great play by Jared Maiden. Jared Maiden from Rowlett, Texas, Sash High School.
Man, he's fast.
Jared, his brothers Jalen and James, both a part of USA football. James just made the U-19 team. So their mother has been from Canton to Austin, Texas, and now up to UMass-Dartmouth, all over the place to see her kids play. And they've all done a fantastic job, and that was textbook.
He is
textbook defensive play by Jared Maiden.
Fast.
Looks like there's a timeout on the field. Red team will take another timeout. Just want to remind you that this game is brought to you by Shock Doctor. And also Cutters. Shock Doctor providing some of the accessories, some of the performance gear here worn by some of the players. Some of the padded girdles, padded shirts. Go to shockdoctor.com. You can see all of the products that they sell there. They have wrist guards, elbow guards, knee braces, all kinds of injury prevention, new age technology gear.
And Cutter's the official glove of USA football, and they really do need him today. It's probably pushing 90 right now.
Yeah.
For 10. What time is it? Is it 10 yet? 9:47. 90 degrees out.
Feels great in this press box, though, I got to tell you. Got a nice breeze, got a fan. So no score, 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be 3rd and long for Team Silver. Campos in at quarterback. Campos has 2 receivers split out to each side. One of them, Brandon Morrissey, who had that big catch in the beginning of the game, is in the slot, and he is running open. But Campos rolling to his right. Looks like he's going to throw it away at the last second. And there's a flag on the play. Could be pass interference, but that was actually a pretty prudent play there by Campos, who decided to get rid of it before being sacked and tried to make something out of it at the end. So let's see what the flag is for. Initial reaction could be pass interference on the red team or holding.
Yeah, it's going to be holding.
So it'll be defensive holding. I believe that's an automatic first down. So red team being hampered a little bit by penalties here in the first half. So they'll mark it off here. Great pressure on the play being applied by the defensive line of the red team, mainly Ezra Rice out of Patterson, New Jersey, chasing down Campos.
And that's really deflating for a defense after excellent pressure and forcing the quarterback to show his hand here.
Right. It was fourth down. It was going to force a 4th down as well.
That's right.
Fuck it up, money, let's go. Take a timeout till we get it right, baby.
But yeah, timeout taken again on the field. I'll tell you that the uniforms here being provided by Rydell. Uniforms, helmets, all being provided by Rydell. Rydell with their new line of uniforms here. There's a red, a silver, a blue, and a white. And the red coaches are seemingly pretty upset about something on the field. But we'll come back. It's 1st and 10 now from the 35-yard line.
After the defensive holding.
And the give is to St. Louis, who finds a bit of a seam, but DeAndre Wallace lowers his shoulder. And my goodness, can that kid hit. Also helped out on the play by Alex Stevenson. Stevenson, linebacker out of Malibu, California, attends Malibu High School. It's great just looking over the roster and seeing some of the states where some of these players are represented all over the country, literally coast to coast. DeAndre Wallace can finish a tackle. 2nd down and 8, ball on the 33-yard line. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. 3 receivers to the right of Campos. Sharif Everett, no, is that still St. Louis? St. Louis still in the game. And the give is to St. Louis again, cuts it up, and he is brought down immediately. That's Nobile, and also that was
Rice get in there again?
I think so. I think Rice helped out.
He's coming off the field holding his wrist.
Tony Talbert also on the play. But Nobile making his presence known here out of Brick, New Jersey. He is a rising sophomore. He's only going to be a sophomore next year. Look out. Campos back to pass. He's got Brandon Morrissey. Great catch and a better move. Cuts it upfield, and he'll be brought down on the play by number 42, Alex Stevenson, but a great play by Brandon Morrissey. Morrissey, a big receiver, great hands and great positioning after he caught the ball to be able to make a move immediately and get 5 or 6 extra yards.
Excellent awareness. Able to turn, get another 5.
Derek Dressler entering the game for Team USA after that big sack that he had in the first quarter. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. We have Morrissey and Kyrie to the right of Campos on the short side of the field. Let's see if they go there. First and long. And the give is to St. Louis. St. Louis cuts it up, finds a seam, very shifty. Great gain on the play. Great gain on first down, brought down again by Tony Talbert. Tony Talbert having a decent drive as far as making tackles goes.
Finally having a little bit of success on that handoff.
Yeah, getting some great space there. Offensive line creating some great angles for him to run through. It'll be 2nd and 5 now. Again, you have that combination of Morrissey and Kyrie on the right. Then you have Yush Smith spread out to the left. And that's St. Louis again on the carry, brought down by Tony Talbert. It's his 3rd tackle of the drive. Alex Stevenson helping out as well. Be 3rd and short. Be 3rd and about 4. About a yard on the play.
Silver's had all the opportunities here in this first half to score.
Yeah, but the red team really has been able to bear down when they needed to and be able to make some big stops. We got 2 receivers slotted out to either side for Campos. Marco Campos out of the Fellowship Academy. Back to pass, bubble screen to Morrissey again. Plants his right foot, makes a guy miss, and he'll pick up the first down. Another great play by the receiver, Brandon Morrissey. He's taken down by Dylan Daniels.
That's a well-designed play. I mean, those bubble screens haven't been a huge success, but you put another receiver out there to block, you'll be able to get that 3-4 yards that you need to get a first down.
Yeah, how about Dylan Daniels, defensive tackle, making that play all the way on the sideline.
Okay, best opportunity so far. Full set of downs.
Yep, and we have press coverage on the outside. The give to Lewis again. Lewis, a great move, but Alex Stevenson again on the tackle. Between Stevenson and Talbert.
What a stout line.
Made almost all of the tackles. Looks like we have another timeout here, so we'll talk this over with 45 seconds to go in the half. We'll go back over the rules here. It's official NFHS rules. There are no special teams. Teams start with the football on their 35-yard line at the beginning of the game, halftime, and following a touchdown. The extra points go if a team were to score here. There's no score yet. But you can go for 1 from 5 yards out. You can go from 2 from 10 yards out. And then overtime, each team will have a possession. You start at the 10-yard line, and you go from there. 150 players in attendance this week. They were selected from 10 regional development camps that were held during the spring. Based on their skill, their character, their coachability, how they handle themselves, a team of scouts then evaluates them at these regional development camps, and they select the 150 players that are able to come to the development camps. Throughout the week, they had some individual training. They did some team competitions. They did some 7-on-7, a lot of drill work. And then the coaches drafted these 4 teams, I believe yesterday or the day before. And now we have them. So Campos under center now. St. Louis still in at running back. Be 2nd and 2. Campos with the sneak. Offensive line providing a bit of a push. Ryan Casey holding him back. It's a great play by Casey. the mammoth defensive lineman for the red team. As 20 seconds tick down off the clock, it's 3rd and 2. Might try a sneak again as Campos is under center. Campos takes a snap. Now he goes to the right, and he is stopped, I think, before the goal line. So it's like the Silver team's either got to get back on the ball or call a timeout. As 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the first half. The red team once again making a huge red zone stop. And look at Stevenson, look at Talbert. These teams fired up. It's been all defense here in the first half.
On the sideline here, those coaches were jumping up and down, going nuts. They were excited to be able to stop. I mean, the Silver team had 4 downs and 4 yards, and they couldn't convert. Excellent. Well, they didn't get that 4th one in, but
excellent defensive line play. You talk about Derek Dressler, Javon Brown, Michael Nobile, Dylan Daniels, Ezra Rice, George Brooks, all of those guys really just standing their ground there and forcing Campos back, keeping them out of the end zone. That was 3 trips to the red zone for the Silver team, and the red zone stopped them every single time. So bend but don't break was the philosophy that they had in the first half.
That's right. I don't know if that's going to work for the second. I mean, try. Again, the Silver team has had the opportunities and has had the looks to at least put up some points here. But like you said, I mean, this red team defense has been unbelievable.
Halftime show brought to you by Shock Doctor. You're watching the 2013 National Team Development Games presented by Shock Doctor live from UMass-Dartmouth at Cressy Field. This is the U-16 and U-17 games. Started at 9 o'clock. The second game between the blue and the white team will start at 11 o'clock. Earlier this year in Austin, Texas, there was the U-16 USA versus Canada team. The U.S. national team fell to Canada there 20-19. It was an excellent game. Some of the participants in this game here played in that game, including Robert Washington, who will be in the second game, played running back. And you'll see Connor O'Donnell, who was also in that game. So they fell to Canada in that game. The U-18 USA team actually defeated Canada 29-14. Those were both in Austin, Texas earlier in the year. So what happens after these development games, of the 150 players participating in these games, they will select a roster for one national team that will go on to international play, and that will happen in the spring. So they'll go on to play teams from Canada and all over the world. In 2010, in the International Bowl held in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the U-19 national team defeated the world team 17-0. The game MVPs for the U.S. in that game were Mike Hull, linebacker Cannon McMillan out of PA. Oh, that's Mike Hull. He's a linebacker out of Cannon McMillan, Pennsylvania. He went on to play at Penn State. And for the world was Hampus Hellermark, who's a running back from Sweden. In 2011, the U.S. U-19 team defeated the world team 21-14. The game MVPs for U.S. were Joe Bergeron, who's a running back out of Mesquite, Texas, who is now at the University of Texas. And for the world team was Tavon Smith, who's a wide receiver out of Canada, who now plays at Iowa. Iowa known for their ability to get some of the best talent out of the country north of the U.S. In 2012, which was last year, the U-19 national team defeated the world, or fell to the world team by a score of 35-29. The game MVPs in that game for the U.S. were Gimel President, who's a defensive end out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. He's now at Auburn. For the world team, Anthony Coombs, a running back from Canada. And for this past year in Austin, Texas, for the U-19 team, they defeated the world team by a score of 42-10. The game MVPs in that game were Terrell Newby for the U.S., who's a running back out of Chaminade College High School in West Hills, California. And for the world team, Nick Dembski, a running back out of Canada. USA Football Board of Directors includes Roger Goodell, the NFL Commissioner, Ray Anderson, Joe Brown, Alexa Gallagher, all from the NFL, Jim Delaney, the Big Ten Commissioner, Merrill Hodge, a retired NFL player and current ESPN analyst, Grant Tafe, the Executive Director of the American Football Coaches Association, Michael Wilcox, the CEO of Wilcox Financial, Mark Mena out of Fairfax County, Virginia Youth Football, Bob Gardner, the Executive Director of the National Federation of State High School Associations, Scott Hollenbach, the Executive Director of USA Football, and Carl Peterson, the Chairman of the Board for USA Football. So we talked a little bit about the Heads Up initiative. We'll give you some more information on that. USA Football is really making an effort to try to stress safe play, keeping your head up while tackling, and they're going across the country and making sure that this is a priority. So they have 2,700 youth football organizations encompassing more than 575,000 youth players and 80,000 coaches that are on board with the Heads Up Football initiative. This season, USA Football is piloting the Heads Up Football for the high school level. They have 50 high schools involved in the program, and it's a specific curriculum and training program where they go and they help out youth coaches teach the proper way how to tackle. So it's something that everybody at USA Football is extremely excited about, something that is necessary to keep this sport the way that it is. And we've seen some great tackling here in the first half of this game versus the red and silver, and a lot of that has to do with the way that it's being coached, the way that it's being taught. And if anything here at the USA Football Development Games, there are some excellent coaches, and we'll go over some of them here. For the silver team, Chris Dapolito is the head coach. He coaches at Pace University in Westchester, New York. Javon Hubbard, defensive line coach, also from Pace University. Dave Ennis is wide receivers coach out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Corey Valentine, running backs coach out of Brooklyn. Eric Wade, the D-back coach. He coaches at Suitland High School in Bowie, Maryland. Marcus McLean, linebacker, defensive coordinator. Linebackers coach, defensive coordinator for Pace for the silver team. He coaches at Pace University out of Westchester, New York. And James Moravchik, who's the line coach for the silver team. For the red team, we talked about Bryson Spinner, former Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback. He is the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the quarterback coach. He coaches at Wooten High School in Rockville, Maryland. Tyree Spinner is a running backs coach for the red team, also at Wooten High School in Rockville, Maryland. Charles Woolridge, the defensive line coach, is out of Gonzaga College High School in Washington, D.C. Phil Doman, the defensive backs coach out of Somerville High School in Somerville, New Jersey. Edwin Edwards, a linebackers coach out of Anna Maria College in Paxton, Massachusetts. Ryan Struthers, we met yesterday, is a wide receivers coach right here at UMass-Dartmouth in North Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Stephen Siaki, the offensive line coach out of Wagner University in Staten Island. So some excellent coaches. We'll go through the list of the colleges that they represent right now. Again, Duke University, Harvard University, MIT, Kutztown, Bowdoin, Anna Maria, UMass-Dartmouth, Wagner, Pace University. So excellent coaching here this week. It's something that USA Football prides itself on, and something that they look to continue for the future. As we said earlier in the broadcast, that this is the first time where NCAA football coaches are allowed to participate. So it's an excellent way to get your face in front of some of these coaches. If you want to go to some of these schools, say you want to go to a Duke University, you have the Duke coach here working with you all week long. So you get to learn from the best. You get to show the best, your best, what you can do, how you build yourself throughout the week, how you handle coaching, how much of a leader you can be, and the improvement that you can make. And I think we've seen some drastic improvements even from Monday until now. It's amazing what a week can do in the summer when you're with some of the most elite athletes at your position, at your sport, all playing together, competing against one another. It's been just a fantastic week here at UMass-Dartmouth. UMass-Dartmouth has been an unbelievable host. I want to thank our sponsors again, Shock Doctor, Cutters, Rydell, Marriott, all the family staying at the Marriott Hotel nearby. The jerseys provided by Rydell. If we take a look at the Upper Deck alumni once again, we'll go through some of the notable USA Football alumni for the Upper Deck USA Football alumni spotlight. David Wilson, running back for the New York Giants. He was part of the 2009 gold medal US U-19 national team. It's the first U.S. under-19 national team member to enter the NFL draft. Aaron Dobson is wide receiver. Went to Marshall, then on to the New England Patriots. Ode Abushi for the New York Jets. Played at the University of Virginia. Jordan Poyer, cornerback, went to Oregon State and then on to the Philadelphia Eagles. And Shamarko Thomas, the defensive back, went on to play at Syracuse and then for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then some of the USA players in college football, as we mentioned a couple times earlier. We'll go through this list again because it's outstanding. Todd Gurley, the standout running back, possible Heisman Trophy candidate this year out of Georgia. Kevin Hogan, quarterback for Stanford, national title contender. Stephon Tuitt, first-round pick from Notre Dame. Jordan Lynch, quarterback for Northern Illinois. George Atkinson, running back for Notre Dame. Jackson Shipley, wide receiver for Texas. Joe Bergeron, running back for Texas, who we mentioned earlier was one of the MVPs in the national game. Ty Montgomery, wide receiver out of Stanford. Wayne Lyons, defensive back for Stanford. Alex Carter, defensive back for Stanford. Devin Funchess, tight end for Michigan. And Kale Frazier, the quarterback for Auburn. So some notable alumni here. And if you're looking at the scoring graphic here, this isn't a mistake. The score is 0-0. There has been no score as both teams take the field here to start off the second half. Defense has been the name of the game. Excellent job locking down inside the red zone by the red team. And the silver team has been threatening. They had some big plays. A nice play by Brandon. Two nice plays by Brandon Morrissey. One a long catch. One a catch on third down to extend the drive. Donovan Williams a nice run. So some big plays. Michael St. Louis getting going a little bit there. Some big plays by the silver team getting into the red zone. 3 different trips into the red zone, but the red team able to stop them. Red team failing to get something going really consistently on offense. A lot of that has to do with Corey Giordano, the linebacker for the silver team, who's been an absolute beast all over the field, making some huge hits and some huge plays. Linebackers and defensive line, I think, have been the story of the game so far because they've been all over the place making some great plays. So the teams take the field, going to loosen up a little bit. We'll get back to action here. It's a scorcher outside. We got a nice little fan in the press box. So we'll take a quick look at the quarterback here for the Red Squad, Dwayne Haskins Jr. We showed some of his highlights earlier in the game. He's been a veteran of the USA football program here. Has great footwork, has a great arm, 6'1", 185. He goes to the Bullis School. He's out of Reston, Virginia. He is a rising sophomore. So young, great size, great ability to throw. Had a couple great throws that were either overthrown or underthrown just a little bit here in the first half. He had one taken back because of penalties. Here he is rolling to his left. He has great escapability. He's got great vision downfield. Always keeps his head up and his eyes on his receivers. He moves his feet with his eyes, as some of the great quarterbacks do. He's great on the run, throwing across his body, as you see a touchdown pass right here. And again, one more time, rolling to his right and delivering a strike. So that's Dwayne Haskins Jr., quarterback for the red team. As the red team will take the field here to start with the ball on their own 35-yard line, as the rules entail. And in at quarterback is Robert Ferguson from Shenandoah, Texas. He's in the gun. Tyler Sims out of Duluth, Georgia, in the backfield, and is over the head of Ferguson. The ball still loose, and Ferguson will cover it up about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So not a great way to start off the second half for the red team.
He's got to fall on that ball and not try and pick it up and run around with 2 guys pressure behind him. I know he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head, but he's got to grow them. Yeah,
well, you know, it's a tough situation. Sometimes in these games you're trying to impress everybody. You want to play your best. You want to do your absolute best in these games. You know, sometimes you try to do a little bit too much.
Still came up with it. Long way to go for the first down now.
Yeah, better than a turnover. That's for right. Sure. So we'll try it again now. It's second and a mile for the red team, and he's going to keep it. Ferguson's going to keep it. Bounce outside pretty quick, and it'll be brought down on the play by number 5 Nazir Hobson, helped out by number 93 Nick Valentine from Groves, Texas. So good gain by Ferguson to get some of it back, but it'll be third and about 17, or third and maybe 18. So we'll see what they draw up here. One of the stories of the first half, Ryan Nobile from Brick Memorial High School out of New Jersey. All over the field. Really, really just a nightmare to try to block. He's got such great hands. He's huge. He's really quick. Now in the backfield for the red team is Hunter Hewitt out of Manford, Oklahoma. Manford High School. 4 receivers split out. Bubble screen here. That's to John Rogers. Rogers down the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds before the first down, but a decent pickup on the play. Jordan Jefferson out of Burlington, New Jersey from Camden Catholic, making a tackle out of bounds. But the John Rogers has been proving throughout the first half just how big of a weapon he can be, no matter where he has the ball. Reminds you a little bit of a Tavon Austin. Can run the ball, great hands, great route runner, just an overall offensive weapon. So it'll be 4th and 7. And the red team will elect to punt and have their defense try to do something again for the silver team. So silver will have great field position once again here to start off the second half with 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Red team shouldn't get too down on themselves there. I mean, yeah, they didn't get the first down and they had to punt, but if it wasn't for that little snafu, they had a nice series of downs, good gains.
Donovan Williams will enter the game at quarterback for the silver team. Williams had a big first down run in the first half.
Let's go, Jerry! Do it for Bella! We'll see the dog in a little bit. Yeah. No, I don't have an umbrella.
Williams joined by Everett in the backfield, and he'll keep it. And the throw is incomplete. So, good play-action play there. Had something open, but couldn't hang on to it. Pass intended for Charles Thomas Frederick IV. Who has been probably the most popular target. Some great receivers here on the silver team. I'm talking about Morrissey, Callie, Frederick IV. Also not really used yet, but who am I looking for here? Jordan Andrews as well. Donovan Williams steps up, avoids the rush, and he'll make something out of it. What a play by Donovan Williams. Another missed tackle as he almost, with a swim move with the ball over the shoulder of the tackler, Anthony Cordero making his first tackle on the day.
Those are some nifty and slippery moves there. I thought he was for sure going to get stood up at the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got to watch that ball. Hanging out there.
A risky play, but that's the kind of asset that Williams brings to the game.
He's a playmaker.
Can make plays with his feet and his arm. Yush Smith is who I was looking for, Matt. And this will be a loss of 1 here.
Tries to cut back, but there's nothing there. It was never going to work.
As Michael Nobile again makes the tackle in the backfield, and going a lot with that inside zone play. It worked a lot with St. Louis. Everett, stronger, looks like a more, a bigger back than St. Louis. Not as shifty, still extremely powerful. Not able to find the lane that St. Louis was able to find at the end of the first half there. So we have 3 receivers to the right. Could be a bubble screen here. And a little shovel pass to Everett. I love that play call. And Everett will get the first down across the 45 into the red team's territory.
That's a cool play.
Brought down by Tony Talbert on the play, but they set up for the bubble screen. They've been beating the bubble screen to death all game. And then just when you think they're going to go with it, it was a little shovel pass right in the middle of the line of scrimmage to Everett. And Everett, the gain of about 13.
Excellent little pass by that quarterback. Right on him and was able to just cut right through the middle.
Williams in the gun again in the same formation. This time it is a bubble screen. This time to Callie. Callie with a huge stiff arm on the sideline to Jared Maiden. And Callie will get about 4. Here you see Callie's size, using his size to his advantage.
Really putting a lot of faith in them, too. A lot of one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, that's what you love to see, though. I mean, they've been doing it all week, a lot of one-on-ones with the receivers and the D-backs, and you're seeing some press coverage in big situations, and that's what you come here to see. That's how you can stand out in this kind of a game.
That's right.
Well, 3 receivers to the right once again. Callie and Maiden on the left. Maiden Island. Looks like some movement before the snap, so it'll be a false start on Team Silver. They'll push it back 5. It'll be 2nd and 11.
First false start we've seen from an offense. Nice discipline by the line so far and by the receivers not to jump, but at that time, I guess maybe a hard count something.
Yep. Sometimes a little bit of lack of focus.
It's hot out there.
Yep.
10-15, 90 degrees. Especially on that turf field too. It just bakes out there.
So 2 receivers either side. Callie in the slot on the right-handed side. Steps up to the line of scrimmage. Williams looking at him. Steps up in the pocket, and here he goes.
Keeps it again.
Off to the left, loses the football as Ryan Nobile chases him down from behind and causes the fumble, but that'll be a gain of about 7, so it'll be 3rd and maybe 6. Maybe 3rd and 7, more realistically, for Team Silver. A good job making something happen after the pocket collapse there by Donovan Williams.
But that's what you have to look out for with all these types of, great quick moves. Ball security is so very important.
So 3rd and long for Team Silver. Low snap, bubble screen, out to Frederick the 4th, and he makes a move to the outside, and it'll be close to a first down. Tackled on the play by DeAndre Wallace, and it looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. So they're going to move the chains. That absolutely is a first down. So a great play by Williams to make something happen, and a great play by Frederick the 4th to run with after the catch.
I really do like the call to activate these receivers off the ball to, get some blocking in, and that's what's going to make these short bubble screens successful.
Right. Williams back to Pat. Nope, this is a design draw play. Off to the right, and he's got some room. To the 20, the 15, and he'll be knocked out of bounds on the play by number 8, Michael Kay. Another big game for Williams, and it looks like Silver Team has found their weapon.
Lined up trips on the left side again, really stacked it, and then went the other way.
Donovan Williams out of Dumfries, Virginia. He's a rising 10th grader. It's a 1A prospect. And we haven't seen it really yet, but, I mean, he has a cannon for an arm. Throws the ball with tremendous velocity. Williams drops the snap, and he'll be swallowed up on the play. It looks like that's number 34, Tony Talbert.
God, that was quick. They swarmed on him quick.
Yeah, helped out by Anthony Cordero, number 56 out of Notre Dame High School, and also Luis Castro.
I mean, it just goes to show you that even on the line, these young guys, they're still very, very fit and very light, relatively speaking. Can get to any point extremely quick.
Second and long here. Silver Team once again inside the red zone. A snap to Williams. Williams, the give is to Everett, and Everett cuts up the middle, but he is chased down. I think that might be Nobile once again. Or that's number 84, once again, Luis Castro out of Herndon, Virginia. Herndon High School, chasing him down. Oh, good play once again by this defensive line for the red team. Red team, that D-line being coached by Charles Woolridge all week out of Gonzaga College High School.
He's really doing a good job with
he did a phenomenal job this week. Absolutely.
I mean, this is what, their 4th entry into the red zone?
Yeah, again, another 3rd and long. Looking for Callie. Williams to the left, and he'll be swallowed up on the play, and that's number 34, Talbert. Once again, making the play, this time behind the line of scrimmage, I think, so that'll count as a sack. So it'll be 4th and long from the 12-yard line. There's a flag on the play, so this one might benefit the offense.
Are they going to say holding?
Might be. That's been the most popular call so far today. Entering the game for the red team is Javon Brown to add some more size as the silver team. Trying to march into the end zone here.
Okay, well, new life into the offense. Again, another opportunity. They have a full set of downs.
Let's go, defense! Come on, defense!
Hey, give me that ball, money!
Come on, defense!
So 3 receivers spread out to the right. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and it's a keeper from Williams trying to get to the outside, and he won't get there. Swallowed up on the play. That's number 84, Luis Castro, once again, making his third play on this drive. And it just seems that, you know, as the tougher it gets for the red team in terms of where the ball is on the field, the tougher they play.
Come on, defense! Come on, defense! Come on, defense! Get my ball back!
Oh, he's making all the plays. He's getting some love.
Williams in the gun again. Everett to his right.
Ooh, get him, money!
Give me that!
And this one is almost picked off on the play, broken up by number 11, Quadir Brown. Great instincts there by Brown. Couldn't see who Williams was going for there, but it looked like maybe Brandon Morrissey in the back of the end zone. So once again, the story of the game. The red team stands strong once again.
Way to shut him down, defense! Way to shut him down, defense!
Way to go, 3-4!
Way to shut that side down, Jared!
Looks like there's a little bit of a mix-up here. That might have been third down.
Way to go, defensive line!
Nope, they're going to bring the offense back onto the field. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the red team. A lot of ground to cover here. In that quarterback for red is Dwayne Haskins Jr., subject of our Strive Spotlight, out of the Bullis School, Reston, Virginia. Haskins, the fake, and then the give to Sims. Sims looking for a seam to the right, can't find it. It's a great play by Jordan Edwards, a linebacker out of Bowie, Maryland. You know, every hit has almost been bone crunching today. You have not seen any soft hits. His defense on both sides going after each other. So you love to see. Three minutes to go here in the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and long now from the 10-yard line.
Let's go,
Haskins Jr. still in the game at quarterback for the red team. As Dylan Shyland from Sherman, Connecticut, Henry Abbott Tech, enters the game at receiver. Haskins rolls to his left, looking for his receiver, and he's got him. Pass is complete. That's a gain of about 4. That's number 88, Tyler Von Nessen, out of Manalapan, New Jersey, Freehold Township High School. Brought down by Terrell Vaughn. Vaughn was draped all over him. It was great coverage. It was a better pass by Haskins.
Real small window for that ball to be. Put it right on his back shoulder.
So good play by Haskins just to make up some yardage, make this third down a little bit more manageable. It'll be 3rd and 6 on the 14-yard line. The red team defense has been staunch inside the red zone. A couple receivers split out. Look out for DeJohn Rogers.
Let's go, offense!
Outside weapon for the red squad. Looks like a screen, and there is Rogers up the middle of the field, and he's got room to run. He's at the 30, cuts it back, breaks a tackle, and he'll eventually be brought down on the play. That's number 95, Connor Moore, and a couple flags, some extracurricular activity, but DeJohn Rogers, an excellent play there up the middle. The coaches come in and break things up. You know, you always have to be aware of where he is on the field because that was just an excellent play. Little middle screen there, wide receiver screen, taking advantage of some of the pressure.
Yeah, he just...
Some of the open field there, you spread him out, you bring the receiver into the middle, and he had some open space to run.
He just kind of
first down.
Appeared right behind the defensive line and ball just got dropped right over and had plenty of space to work with.
And there's a personal foul going to be tacked onto that, so the red team might find themselves in silver territory for the first time all game. There is no score. Minute and 44 left here in the third quarter. Ball will be placed on the 45-yard line. So screens have been big. Bubble screen, middle screens have been big. So far, those are pretty much the only plays that have been working consistently. A lot of that might have to do with the linebackers being out on the slot receivers. So you'll see sometimes somebody like a Kyrie Calley in the slot, a Brandon Morrissey in the slot. Sometimes you can take advantage of that speed matchup, but these linebackers have been holding their own, not only in coverage, but in run defense as well. They've been scraping like crazy, sideline to sideline, and they've been laying the wood. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45. The give is to Sims. Sims breaks one tackle, but then he is met on the play by number 94. That's big Brandon Reese out of El Dorado, California. So a lot of the run, most of the runs, actually all of the runs you're seeing out of a shotgun formation, whether it be the pistol or otherwise. The blue and white teams are getting ready out in the shade. They're set to take the field immediately after this game is over. Some great talent in that game as well. Team USA red with 2 receivers to either side. Look out for the John Rogers here, and it's going to be a timeout on the field. Just remind you that today's games presented by Shock Doctor, the one place to go for all performance apparel. But it'll be girdles, long tights. They have the padded tights now. You used to have to put in your girdle and put the thigh pads in, put the hip pads in, the tail pad, everything. Now with Shock Doctor, they make it so that you just buy one thing. It has the pads already into it. It's extremely lightweight. They have climate control, moisture wicking material. It's perfect. It's light. You can run with it. It doesn't bother you. It's comfortable. It's really the best product that's out there so far in that regard. So Shock Doctor is the sponsor of today's games, and also Cutters. Some of the best receivers' gloves, lineman gloves, all the gloves that you see worn here today are provided by Cutters. So one of the best accessory provider in the game of football. And like Derek said earlier in the game, it's been extremely hot out, and these gloves help keep the moisture away, keep the hands dry, so they can take in some great pads. We've seen some great catches here. Kyrie Calley, Brandon Morrissey, some great hands. It'll be 2nd and 11 here from the 44-yard line. We're going to fake the bubble screen. Haskins is going for it all. A perfect ball caught downfield. That's Jared Maiden, and there's a touchdown for the red team. What a throw and catch from Haskins to Maiden. Perfect ball, hitting Maiden in stride for the 56-yard touchdown strike. And the USA Red goes up 6-0 here with 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll see if they'll go for 1 or 2, but that was beautifully executed by Haskins Jr., faking the bubble screen and hitting Maiden in stride, who was pretty much all alone. Just walked into the end zone. Some excitement here in the crowd for the Red squad. People waiting to see some points here. They just got some in a big way. So it looks like they'll go for 1 here from the 5-yard line. In at quarterback is Clayton Oliver. Oliver fakes it. He's going to take it himself, try to cut back in, and he won't get it. So Silver team stands tall here on the extra point conversion. It'll be 35 seconds to go in the quarter. 6-0 in favor of the red team. So the red team, with the aid of a big play by DeJohn Rogers and also a 15-yard personal foul penalty, got them into the silver territory for the first time all game, and they made them pay. So the Silver team will take the ball on the 35-yard line looking to answer. Looks like in at quarterback is Anthony Brown with a big pass in the first half. Michael St. Louis in at running back for the Silver team. 2 receivers split out to either side. Spreading the linebackers out. Anthony Brown steps back, and looks like we might have a false start penalty against the Silver team. So push it back 5 yards. Six nothing red team. The red team has been excellent inside the red zone, but they've given up some big plays. Anthony Brown in at quarterback, takes a hitch, goes across the middle. It's incomplete. That's a huge hit by Alex Stevenson, and it looked like number 12, Charles Thomas Frederick IV, saw him coming. 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. It'll be second and 15 after the false start penalty. Play clock going down to 10 here. Brown surveys the field. Brown back to pass. Spins to his left, cuts up the field. He's got a little bit of room. A great block there by St. Louis. Cuts back. And he'll be down at the 48-yard line of the red team. That is a 22-yard gain for Anthony Brown. He'll be brought down by Tony Talbert. Great improvisational skills there by Brown. Didn't find his receiver. Spun away from the pressure. Was able to make a huge gain out of it with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. So big play by the quarterbacks here on the Silver team.
And Brown's been doing it all game, just evading and taking great swimming moves and spins just to get guys off of him. And again, another big play from him.
So that'll be the end of the third quarter here. The score now 6-0 in favor of the red team. But once again, Team Silver is driving behind great play by their quarterback. So we have a good one here. It's been all defense so far. But it's starting to pick up here as the game winds down. This is Strive's coverage of USA football. Fourth quarter gets underway here live from Cressy Field at the University of Dartmouth. This is Strive's coverage of the U.S. National Development Games. There will be 2 games played today. One started at 9 a.m. The next one will start immediately after this one finishes. The blue team and the white team will play each other. 150 campers this week here at UMass-Dartmouth, going through mini camp, 7-on-7 competition, and then they selected the teams last night. And Team Red now is leading Team Silver by a score of 6-0. Donovan Williams in at quarterback for Team Silver. He's going up the middle. He's got a receiver, caught by Frederick IV and brought down at the 22-yard line. That's a huge play, brought down by Michael Kay, and that's a gigantic play there for Team Silver as they're making a statement here on this drive. Correction, the draft happened the first night that they were here, and there was some lobbying from all the coaches, some disagreements, some passion, some serious passion behind it as they grow close to some of the talent here. Anthony Brown back in at quarterback as he avoids Castro, goes into the end zone, and it's picked by Waden. He's up to the 20. And Maiden with an interception after a touchdown, making big play after big play for the red team. There is a flag on the play, but an excellent play there by Jared Maiden. There'll be a penalty on the red team, but I believe this happened after the interception took place. So the offense will still take the field and look to add to this lead. So Brown, another great job of improvising, getting away from pressure. Looked like he had somebody wide open in the end zone, but out of nowhere, Jared Maiden skied up and made the pick after his big touchdown. So it's the early favorite for the player of the game. In that quarterback for the red team is Clayton Oliver. Oliver will try to lead the red team down the field here. This will be a 90-yard drive if he's able to do it. 11 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a long way to go, but short and consistent gains are what's going to do it. Maybe throw in a 30-yard bomb again. Hunter
Hewitt in at running back, and this will be a bubble screen. That's a low throw and a great play by number 1, Christopher Schelling out of Sherman, Connecticut, of Henry Abbott Tech. Schelling, one of the best cornerbacks here in the camp, one of the best cornerbacks at this age group in the country, one of the top shutdown corners. Some of the coaches called him the best shutdown corner that they've seen here, and making a great play right there. And sometimes you don't call it's the best corners in coverage are the ones that you don't talk about because nobody ever throws it their way, and that's kind of been the case today for Schelling. So nobody really venturing out to his area through the air, but a great play on the ground there by Schelling.
Schelling Island.
It's been used before. So receivers kind of in a bunch to the right, stacked behind one another. They're going to fake the bubble screen. He's looking for Birmingham, and he fumbles the ball. It looks like it's picked up by Silver. Recovered on the play. That's Andre Robinson out of Mitchellville, Maryland. Great play by Robinson to cover that up. Not sure who forced it, but that was a great play and a huge spot there for Team Silver after a sudden change and the momentum swinging in favor of the red team. Now Silver has the ball once again inside the red zone, and Anthony Brown will try to lead it into the end zone.
Another excellent opportunity for Silver. Still 0 for in red zone attempts and successes, but another great opportunity.
So you have Callie in and Frederick the Fourth over to the right, and looks like the red team is going to call a timeout. Just a little bit less than 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. All the uniforms here provided by Rydell. Uniforms and helmets. Nice sharp jerseys here for each team. I think my favorites are the blue ones, which you'll see in about a couple hours. Also, the families in the area staying at the local Marriott. Portions of today's game brought to you by Rydell and Marriott. For all the best amenities. Nice place to stay. You can see over to the corner, the blue team and the white team going through their warm-up so they can start immediately after this game is over. Anthony Brown in at quarterback. You have Michael St. Louis in the backfield. They had some success with the inside zone earlier. See if they go back to it. And the give is to St. Louis. He's going to take it outside, cut up the field, and he'll be brought down by a host of red team tacklers. Looks like that's number 93, George Brooks, who made the initial hit there. So it'll be 2nd and goal now from the 6-yard line.
Silver has to get some success with short yard gains.
And see if they go back to Callie now, in the back of the end zone, as Jared Maiden is out of the game. Anthony Brown in the gun. Back to pass, and they're looking, and it's caught close to the end zone. Looks like he's down at the 1. That was an unbelievable play by Charles IV, by Frederick IV.
Complete to number 12, Charles Thomas Frederick IV.
What a catch. It's a great throw by Anthony Brown, putting it in a spot where only Frederick IV could catch it and reeling it in.
Right on the goal line. I mean, he just needed to take one, so that route needed to be 1 foot deeper, and that's a touchdown.
So now, a step closer to the end zone for Team Silver. This has been their kryptonite all game long.
They got to punch it in here, right?
And they're going to go back 5.
The hard count gets it.
Oh, we got a flag. False start. I thought that was an extra flag. I saw the false start. I thought there might have been something tacked onto it, but it'll be 5 yards back for the Silver team. They were on the 1 yard line there after a great throw and catch from Brown to Frederick IV. Now they're going to back it up and got to change the play call here a little bit. Morrissey split out wide to the left. Cowley split out wide to the right. Brown takes a snap. Got nothing to his right. Looks back over to his left, and it is off the hands of the intended receiver. It's like that was Jordan Andrews. Couldn't reel it in. Brown trying to make something happen, running around the pocket. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 6 yard line. And once again, this red team forces another 4th down inside the red zone. So it's a position that both teams are all too familiar with, as this is the 4th trip this has happened all game. 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And it looks like Silver will be taking a timeout. So 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. The score is 6-0 in favor of the red team. Alongside Derek Raymond, Manoj Agarwal, our Chief Technical Officer here. Matt Ferrara helping out with the spotting. Gorgeous day here at UMass-Dartmouth. A little bit hot. A little bit hot. We're doing okay here in the press box. And you're seeing a complete defensive battle here from both teams. A lot of physical play, a lot of emotion, and this is this is their reward for a hard week of practice, a hard week of work.
Opportunity to let them go after it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there comes a point in the game where you forget that you're trying out for something. You just go and you play football, and I think that's what we're at right now. Sometimes in the beginning of these games, especially with the first game, you might see people pressing a little bit because they're too worried about impressing other people, but when football instincts just kick in, that's when you start to see everybody's best.
Yeah, we saw those jitters in the first series, but very quickly they got into, they put their game faces on. 4th and 5, Brown in the gun. He looks to his left. And he has Cowley in the end zone, but it's broken up on the play by Quadir Brown. He threw an absolute bullet to him. I don't know if he just couldn't handle it or if it was tipped, but... And it looks like Cowley is down in the end zone. We don't like to see that, but that was an excellent play by Quadir. Unbelievable play. The trainers go out to 10 to Cowley. That is the 4th trip to the red zone that the red team has been able to deflate. Well, they're leading 6-0, giving up a couple big plays. What a defensive stand yet again by the red defense. Quadir Brown out of Patterson, New Jersey, attends DePaul Catholic High School and that excellent league up there in North Jersey, including Paramus Catholic, Bergen Catholic, Don Bosco. And Cowley able to almost walk off the field as he's getting some help from his teammates here, so are happy that this isn't that serious and he's able to do this instead of being carried off the field, but had it in his hands. This is one of the best talents that we have out here. It's a shame to see him hurt, but his future is extremely bright. Dwayne Haskins Jr. in the game at quarterback for the red team, looking to pad this lead and potentially seal the game. So it's awesome to see how competitive these kids really are.
I mean, we weren't able to be here all week to see some of the individual competitions, but I can imagine if they were anything like this game going on today, they were pretty exciting.
It's a very, very familiar position for this red offense.
Yeah, it's like the red team only function when they're back in their own territory.
Yeah.
Haskins in the gun. He's got the John Rogers in the slot. And swallowed up in the backfield. That's Hunter Hewitt from Oklahoma. He brought down on the play by almost every single D lineman for Team USA Silver, including Joshua Johnson. So it'll be second and about 15 from their own 4-yard line, and the key thing here is no turnovers.
At the end of the play, Joshua Johnson came in flying and laid a hurting on him.
Yeah. See a lot of people finishing tackles here in this game. Got Rogers and Branson to his left. And that's Rogers. Gain of about 5 off to the left sideline.
He's got to get vertical quick after he passes that. He spent a few too many steps in his own end zone.
Yeah, I think he's looking for an alley to just burst up the field for a big play instead of just getting as many as he can. So it'll be 3rd and about 6 for the red team, still on their own 11-yard line. So big thing here is control the ball, not give the silver team great field position, but I mean the red team really hasn't had a problem with stopping them wherever they are. So 2 receivers split out to either side. Hewitt in the backfield for the red team. Haskins back to pass. It's a quick throw, and it's caught by Branson for a first down. A great route, a great throw, and that's a huge play to keep this drive alive. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the game.
That's a simple, effective route. A nice, 7-yard button hook.
Nazir Hobson on the tackle. And I'm not sure how many timeouts the silver team has left, but I know that they have taken at least one.
Yeah, they've got to hurry up here. They only have 7 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, well, it looks like the red team is going to milk that play clock until it gets to the final second, so they can take as much time off the clock as possible. And they'll get a flag here. This will be either a false start or a delay of game. Looks like they were able to, had offsides on the defense. So lined up in the neutral zone with somebody on Team Silver, so that'll be an extra 5 yards for Team Red. Haskins will come out with 3 receivers to his right. Chase Branson all alone to his left. And that's a fake screen. The give is to Hewitt. Hewitt up the middle, and he'll get about maybe 1 yard on the play as flags come flying in. We talked about earlier, Chase Branson was one of the guys who we starred as a player to watch for the entire game, and he had that great catch on a huge play which might seal the deal for the red team. Looks like the penalty is against Team Silver.
At face max, so they'll get another 15 yards out of this.
Right. So penalty is kind of been the biggest enemy of the silver team as the game goes on. But back to Branson. Branson's one of the best talents here at the wide receiver position, and it just shows you how good Christopher Schelling is, because the entire game that was Branson's first catch of the game. So Schelling has done an excellent job against him all game, and the two of them going at each other has been an awesome matchup. Also, Jared Maiden and Kyrie Cowley the entire game. We're really blessed to see some of the best players at their positions going against each other. So Haskins hopping up and down, excited to possibly seal this game for the red squad. 10 seconds on the play clock. Back to pass. And he's going to be sacked on the play. That's number 94, Brandon Reese at Ponderosa High School. So held on to it for a little bit too long. But it's not all bad because the clock keeps ticking. Under 4 minutes now in the game.
Yeah, Silver's team's got to really show their defensive strength right now, try and get a quick stop.
Robert Ferguson now in at quarterback for the red team. Had a big run earlier in the game. So they're going to put Ferguson in presumably to keep it. Try to get some yards on the ground and keep the clock running. 10 seconds on the play clock. Ferguson keeps it to the right. Sims leads. He cuts it up the middle, and he's brought down on the play. That's number 33 once again, Terrell Vaughn on the tackle. Also, Austin Pickett out of Warrenton, Virginia, Kettle Run High School, helping out on the play. Oh, Ferguson known for his speed. It's a power runner. Looks like he's going to walk gingerly off the field. It might have shaken him up a bit. So Haskins is back in the game. Just under 3 minutes to go in the game. So Silver team needs a stop here. They need a stop on 4th down. And they need to be able to punch it in one time. All it takes is one score if they're able to hold them here.
Just over 2.5 minutes to go. They really got to get a stop here.
Haskins, 3 receivers to his left. It's a middle screen to Rogers again, but this one is scoped out and stopped on the play by Terrell Vaughn and number 96, Ryan Casey. Great play by Casey and Vaughn. Didn't let him out of his sight for a second. It's a great job by the Silver team, and it looks like the Red team will have to punt it away. Before they do, they're going to take a timeout.
Ryan Casey showed excellent movement off that line, being able to come back and get in there and help with the tackle.
Timeout for the Silver team. Just over 2 minutes to play. 4th and long. A great game so far. You know, people, I'm always a proponent of these kinds of games because I love defense, right? So I'd rather see a game like this than a 70-60 whatever game it was with West Virginia and Baylor.
Yeah, I mean,
because these games are always exciting at the end.
Oh, it's going to be close. I mean, if Silver team can get it together and get a nice drive going, they could win this thing with time expiring on an extra point.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Competition has been building all week. So these teams have grown to come together a little bit throughout the week. So there's been a lot of friendly jabbing going on throughout the entire week. There's more than just bragging rights. These kids are playing to earn a spot on the national team.
Yeah, not just between players though.
Yeah, coach is kind of getting in on it. Donovan Williams in at quarterback for the Silver team as they try to march just over 65 yards down the field, and Williams is going to keep it, and he's got some room to run, and he breaks a tackle. I thought he was going to be brought down on that. He breaks a tackle now, and it takes 6 red team defenders to bring him down after a gain of 9 yards. Under 2 minutes left to go in the game.
That's a good way to start. Clock just ticked under 2 minutes. They're going here.
So they got to get right up to the line of scrimmage. I don't think they have any timeouts left. Williams has 2 receivers to either side. He waits for them to get set and then snaps the ball. Being pressured there. Avoids it. Rolls to his right. Has a receiver downfield. That's Morrissey. Unable to come up with it. Number 96, Derek Dressler, hunting him down. So it'll be 3rd and 1 now. Entering the game on defense for the red team. It's a big tight end, Mark Birmingham.
He's got to start looking for that sideline now.
Yeah, the red squad putting in some quicker defenders here to defend the receivers. You got to have somebody there spying Donovan Williams because he can break one open. Minute 30 left to go in the game. St. Louis in the backfield with Williams. And there will be 1:33 they want back on the clock. So 1:35 back on the clock. So we'll fix that for them, and we'll get going here. Still trying to figure out what to do here with the play clock and the game clock.
They set the ball a yard too far.
Okay.
Looks like we're set now.
All right. So Williams in the gun, looking for a first down and possibly more. Back to pass. He's got a receiver open over the middle, and it's broken up on the play, intended for Frederick the fourth, unable to come up with it. And he was pressured on the play by Birmingham. So it'll be 4th and 1 now.
And that pass just went off his hands. He had a real nice look, but...
Oh, a minute 30 left to go here in the game. They need only a yard for a first down, so be interesting to see if they just go for the first, get right back on the ball, and then try to hit something big.
Either that or stop the clock somehow. Lined up in shotgun again.
So 2 safeties standing 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and they're going to give it to St. Louis, who's going to pick up the first down.
Okay.
And reaches out with the ball. Brought down by DeAndre Wallace. And Silver is going to go right back on the ball. It'll be a first down. They're going to stop the clock to reset the sticks. So the ball now on the 46-yard line. They still have 64 yards to go. 54 yards to go. Williams back to pass. He rolls to his right. Cuts it upfield, and he is brought down on the play.
He's got to get
That's
rid
Mark
of that.
Birmingham on the sack. Helped out by number 94, Dylan Daniels. And once again, this defensive line for the Red Squad comes up big. So I guess this will be the final timeout for the Silver team. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. It's starting to get heated. It's getting exciting here.
A little bit of confusion
at Cressy Field
between the referees and the coaches. I guess they didn't see that a timeout was called.
I mean, Danny gives water to Tony first.
What?
Danny gives water to Tony first.
So when we come back to play here, it'll be 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in the game. You have the offensive threat, Donovan Williams, in at quarterback for the team Silver. And Williams is out of Dumfries, Virginia. He goes to Hileton High School. He's a rising 10th grader, so imagine what he's going to be like in a couple of years. Has a cannon for an arm. Student of the game, very, very high football IQ as well.
He's going to be some athlete.
Yeah, we'll be seeing him big-time football on Saturdays for sure. Williams looks to his left, rolls to his right, has a receiver, but broken up on the play as he's getting some pressure there by number 20, Jamarian Caston. Started the game off with a great tackle in the first quarter. So we have 1 minute and 8 left to go in the game. 3rd and 12 now for the Silver team.
They got to pick up some yardage here. Even if it's not a first down, they have to at least give themselves an opportunity to get the first on 4th.
Another weapon, Charles Thomas Frederick, the 4th out of Somerville, South Carolina. Tremendous slot receiver. You can see some of the damage he can do after the catch. Williams to Morrissey. Morrissey with his sure hands takes this one in, brought down by Quadir Brown.
Okay, just under a minute to go now. They still have another 4 or 5 yards to get the first down.
Yeah, forward progress brings them to the 47-yard line. So as the clock is at 48 seconds, Silver team comes back on the ball. And here comes Jamarian, and Williams escapes the pressure once again, gets a first down, and he's brought down on the play by Javon Brown.
I cannot believe how slippery he is.
He had Jamarian Caston coming at him full speed.
He can just make a miss. I mean, it doesn't even look like he's doing anything spectacular.
Yeah.
He's just making a miss.
Nah, he's just very, very shifty, and of course, extremely quick. 33 seconds to go in the game. Williams in the gun. 2 receivers split to each side. Williams throws, and it is caught on the play.
Okay.
And it would be down at the, no, they're going to say incomplete. They're going to say it hit the ground. So it'll be incomplete, and at least that stops the clock.
Yeah, they have to start looking for sidelines.
Pass intended for Yush Smith. That's his first target of the day.
Hey, get physical, Money! Come here. Money, get a rip! Get a rip, Money, get a rip!
27 seconds ago. It's 2nd and 10 now. Williams doing a great job with his feet, keeping this drive alive, giving the Silver team a shot to win. Williams trying to escape. This time he can't, and that's Ryan Nobile. Who else? Sorry, Michael Nobile. Mike Nobile out of Brick Memorial had himself an excellent week. Maybe an even better game. So they're going to spike the ball with 7 seconds to go, and it looks like they'll have one play to try to win this one. So the red team will take a timeout here to go over what they should and shouldn't do here. The second game will start immediately after the first one. That'll be the blue team versus the white team. And the gentleman who you just saw on that play, Nobile, his brother Anthony, his twin brother Anthony, will be playing on the white team, I believe. So, seeing a lot of family representation here. A lot of jersey representation. Crowd getting into it here. 7 seconds ago, this will be the last play of the game.
Yeah, I mean, here it is. 4th down, no time on the clock.
4th and 15, ball on the 45-yard line. Jamarian Caston pleading with the crowd to get it up.
See how active they are by the camera
3
vibration.
deep safeties all the way back towards the end zone. Williams steps up in the pocket, and he escapes the rush. He's going to run with it, try to make something happen. He's at the 20, down to the 10, and finally brought down inside the 10-yard line, and that'll do it. The red team, the winners in this first national development game. They win 6-0, and a great effort by Donovan Williams to try to get it in on the ground. And an exciting finish to a great game. It was a defensive battle. The story of today's game, the red team inside the red zone on defense, was absolutely outstanding. Some of those big defensive linemen. We just saw Michael Nobile make another huge play with the sack on Williams. And then we had Javon Brown, Derek Dressler, Michael Nobile, Dylan Daniels, George Brooks, Ezra Rice, Luis Castro making a bunch of plays. And then, of course, the touchdown and the interception by Jared Maiden. So, have a lot of options here to talk about the showcases of this game. But until the next game, which will have the blue team versus the white team, the red team has won this one 6-0. Donovan Williams a little bit shaken up on the play.
Yeah, it's good to see
being
him get
tended
up.
to, and he's getting up, and it looks like he's okay. It looks like he just fell a little bit hard on his head. The helmet came off, and it looks like he's going to be okay. So we want to thank our sponsors for the first game, Shock Doctor, Cutters, Rydell, and Marriott. And we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes to stream the second game, the blue versus white game, part of the U.S. National Development Games here, presented by Strive. So we'll be back right after this.
Doing today? We good. Y'all ready for this work, baby? Yeah, we ready to work. Get this work in. Work. Whew, it's a little bit. You lean back a little. It's a little. Man, that is crazy, man. Oh, that's crazy. got to.